Really happy to give you a preview of version 16.2. Now the great thing about this version is it has nicknames. Let's go take a look and see how that works. So I'm going to create a brand new course, and it's going to be Web Magic, and this will be Intro to the Web. And I'll save it. Now I'll go to the Rooms tab and I'll look that up. Okay, great. Here's my main. And then I'll create 3 breakouts, 1, 2, 3. I'll say room 1, room 2, room 3. Now I'm going to use a Google Classroom example. Here we go. This is the lookup link. They call it the Meet link. I'm going to copy it and paste it right here in my clipboard. There it is. Okay, let's just examine what this link is. It's meet.google.com/lookup. Now, what it does is it actually looks up this nickname. This is a 10-character randomly generated nickname, and it has no semantic meaning, but it actually is a nickname. How do we know that? Because if you click on it, it tells you that it is a nickname. So we'll go through here and we'll open it, and there it is. It says it's a nickname. Okay, fine. So we know it. Google says it's a nickname. There's another way to verify that it actually is a nickname. Let me show you that. So I'll open this up, and I'll just copy this link right here. All right, so it actually does open it. The Meet URL that it opens up is this address right here, OCXURZW FEZ. It's a 343. And now I'm going to go show you an interesting transaction. This one right here, it's g.co/meet. Then you put your nickname in there. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go prove to you that that nickname actually is the same. And that really is a nickname. So I'm going to copy this. This is my nickname. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to paste that in, and let's just see what happens. And I'll copy that link. I'll paste it in here, and we'll examine it, and guess what? They're exactly the same. So we should expect that because it is a nickname, and no matter whether you call it up with the lookup or you call it up with this sort of shortcut method, it will go to the same URL destination. All right. So just want to tell you that because under the covers, a Google Classroom is a nickname, and that's important because what I'm allowing you to do here is you can enter a nickname, a code, or a URL. If you copy this whole thing in here, that's fine. I'm accepting it here in version 16.2. The reason why I was not able to accept it before in 16.1 and below is because I needed the actual address, which is what this is. Okay, but now I can actually resolve what that address is. And so you could just enter this thing in directly. Now, we'll go through the example, and we'll say we want 3 rooms, and each of those rooms will also be nicknamed. So I'll just say Robbie 1, and then I'll say this is Robbie 2, and then I'll just say this is hello. All right, and then so you can see each of those are nicknames, and I'll save it. All right, let me just close these down because I want to open this up and show it to everybody. So it's all saved. Good. Now we're going to go over to the Meet. And you'll notice this did change a little bit. I was able to simplify this interface. There's only one start class. I'm able to do that because I can resolve what that address is from this lookup. All right, I can figure that out. So I don't need to have 2 different processes or just one process. All right, now let's just go ahead and call it up through the interface. So I'm going to open up the room. You'll see the bouncing balls. That's because it's communicating with Google to get the address. It's resolving that address for me. All right, so here we go. And I'm opening it up. Good. All right, so we're in good shape. Now, this is different than it's automatically synced when you open it up through the extension. So we'll click here, and then the microphone's good, and video's good. And see, this is really interesting. It's great because we did not enter any hard-coded URL. There's no static URL. Everything's 100% dynamic. 100% dynamic. So you could go 100% nicknames. All right. I know that's very important. I receive a lot of emails. I read all my emails, and I'm happy to receive emails. All right. So this is how I know this is really important for everybody. So I made it my #1 priority. All right. So here we go. We got nicknames. Now let's open up the rest of them, and we'll say that, go ahead and open them. All right, that's really nice. That it's a good sign already. We can see this is Robbie1, Robbie2. Hello. All right. Now what we want to do is just to make it easy to see, I'll go ahead and retile it. Okay, so everything's tiled right. And then let me just go ahead and join these. Okay, good. And I want my control panel. There we go. And let's just make sure everything came in right. We wanted these rooms here because actually I said I wanted 3 rooms. And let's look at the rooms that we asked for. We asked for room 1, room 2, room 3, and they actually are coming in exactly right. This is Robbie1, that's Robbie2, and that's hello. Great. And I want to prove to you that it's all connected and synced. So we will, let me just turn that off. That's fine, I'll leave it on. All right, so then I'll cycle to the next one. Let me skinny this down. So I'll cycle to the next one, that's room 1. Okay, we can see the tab there. And I'll go to the next one, room 2, yes, good. And then I'll go room 3, super. I also want to show you that nothing changed on the assigned breakouts. That's still fine. And so you can see here that teacher Robert, that's me, and I'm available to be assigned to any one of these breakout rooms. All the students that are here, they would show up in this list, okay? So that's it for the just a real brief intro preview of nicknames. This field will also accept codes. It'll also accept URLs. So I'm going to continue on and show you more. If you've seen what you like, then you can go ahead and stop right now. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail here, and I might, giving you guys a warning, I might be a little bit chatty from this point on, okay? So if you don't want to waste your time, you can just sign off now. If you don't mind hearing some more just interesting details about how this thing works, so then stay with me here. All right, so we have codes and URLs that we can add in, and I'm going to make it a little bit more robust example. So I'm going to close this down, and let's go add some more rooms, and I'll say this is going to be I'm going to call this static 1 because the codes are really static. All right, so let's go over here and I will show you a transaction code, which is very useful. It's meet.google.com/new, this one right here. All right, so let's just call it up and I'll paste it here. It's meet.google.com/new. And what that does is it will actually automatically open up a brand new Google Meet for you. And let's take a look at what it gives you. I'm not going to join it, but I want it. So I'm going to, I could do a Command or Control L, and then I'll copy it, and I'm going to paste it to my clipboard because I want to examine it. All right, so here we go. We're going to examine it. So you know this already, but I just need to review this for new people. This is a 343, so it's 3 characters dash 4 characters dash 3. This part right here is your code. So we're going to copy that and we're going to go ahead and paste it in here. Now you'll see something interesting once I paste it. All right, it changed colors. It might be hard for you to see on your screen. It went from purple to blue. The purple and blue are pretty close to each other, and I did that on purpose because both of these are static. They're both static. Okay, and so let's create another static. And this, in this case, I will just leave it blank. So I'll just say static 2, and I'll leave that blank. And then we'll go with the new one. And this will be a resource. And I'm just going to call this one Pluto because let's say that you want to teach astronomy. And Pluto is a pretty cool, not exactly a planet. I forgot the name for it now. It's something like a planet. Okay, so I'll Command or Control L, I'll copy it, and then I'll paste that in here. All right, so we got all that. And then maybe there really is an actual static that you want to enter. So this would be meet.google.com/new. I just want to get a brand new one. And let's just say that for whatever reason you want to enter the whole thing, and you can. And this will be static 3, and away you go. So we got a bunch of statics happening here, and you can move them around however you like them. I'll just move this one up here. I just want to prove to you they don't have to be bunched together. You can space them out however you like them. And I'll click Save. and then I've got that automatically generated meet in here. And I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I try to keep everything as backward compatible as much as possible. So if you don't like nicknames, don't worry about it. Just leave it all static. You could just leave everything blank. Click save exactly the same way as in 16.1 and below. So you don't have to use nicknames. You don't have to use codes. Just go with the old way, and it should work exactly the same. All right, so we got this together, and let's take a look and see how this works. And what do we have? We got 7. Okay, let's open them all, and let me just close some of this stuff down. Command or Control W will close that down for you. And let's maybe open up the main room first. I'll join it. There we go. Okay, so I'm joined, and then I'll just say open both. Okay, it should not open the main room again. You'll see it's actually doing some processing. Don't worry about it. I had those bouncing balls so you don't think that it's frozen. Good. We asked for 7 breakouts. We got 7. Let's retile it. Okay, good. I'm at a large screen monitor, so I have 4 and 4. All right, very nice. If you're on a smaller computer, just remember you can use tabs. Yeah, you could use tabs. You don't have to use tiles. You could use tabs. All right, so we're in good shape. What else do I want to do here? I want to prove to you that it's all synced up. So I will, I think I started it with this thing on. So, all right, let me just toggle it. All right, good. And then I will go to the next one, which is room 1. There you go. You can see me. And then I will go to the next one, static. And the next one is room 2. Oh, let me just go ahead and join because you can't really distinguish easily that way that the extension is making this visible or not. Good. All right. So let's start all over again. All right. So here's the main, and then I'm going to go right arrow to the room 1. Good. Right arrow, room 2, it's static 2. I'm just going to read out, and then we have room 2. Good. Skipping over Pluto because that's a resource, and we're going to go to room 3, and then we're in static 1, and then we're in static 3. All right. Let's confirm that this is actually in the right order because I do care about order. We'll see that, okay, it's main, good. Room 1, static 2, yes. Room 2, fine. Pluto. Room 3, static 1, yes, and then static 3. Okay, so everything's working as expected, and okay, that's about it. One last thing I want to show you is that as you enter code, as you enter your data here on the right-hand side, let me just create a new room. I'll just say this is a new room. So as you enter things, it immediately begins it assumes that you're entering a nickname. So let me go tell you what the logic is for that. So here's the logic for that. As you're entering things, this is the link field, still the link field. It will assume, here we go, everything is considered to be a nickname unless it's the 343 character. So it's 10 characters plus 2 with the dashes. So it's a total of 12. If it's a 343, then it will be considered to be a code. And I need the dashes because otherwise I'll consider it to be a nickname. I can't differentiate between them. And then we have HTTPS. If you do that, it will be considered a nickname, a URL. The exception to that is the lookup, okay? Because I know the lookup's a little bit special. So let me just show you how that works. So as we're doing it here, I'm going to say, I'm going to type in some gibberish. I'm going to say blah, 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 and then a dash. It's still considered to be a nickname, and then blah, blah, blah. I have 4, and then 1, A, D, D. Okay, now at that point, it's exactly the right format for a code. So it's a 343 with the 2 dashes. So then it knows that it's a code, and it will open it up as if it's a code, according to the code logic. And if I put anything else in there, then we're back in nickname land. Now let's go ahead and show. I want to show you how the HTTPS works. So it's still HTTPS:/. It's still a nickname, and then boom. Okay, now it's a URL, and then I can type in a website. There's a website I read it quite a bit, swimswam.com. All right, there we go. And so that's how URLs work. And I will show you the lookup and how it interprets that. So it's meet.google.com. And see, actually, I can enter in a code if I wanted to. AAABBBB-CCC. And it's still a URL. But if I do the lookup, so I'll say LOK look up / okay, boom. Now it knows that you're actually wanting to enter a nickname, and that's how that works. All right, so I could even enter a nickname, and I'll just say this is going to be Robbie3. Yes, I don't have a Robbie3 yet, and I'll click save, and I just want to open all this up just to show you that will open up as a nickname. And let me close these rooms down. Control W closes them down. All right. Now, if you have students in the class, you would not want to do that. You would actually want to remove them from the class first, but just for testing, that's fine. All right, we're going to go here, and we will, just to save time, I'm going to open up everything. And what I want to prove to you is that lookup / Robbie will be the same as if it's really a real Robbie, because you'll see the nickname Robbie there. All right, so Robbie3. So we're going to go ahead and run it. Just run everything. So I should get 9. I should get 9 windows. There we go. Great. And everything's the same except for that last one here, Robbie3. Let me just join it. And there we go. It is Robbie3. And the reason why that's important or significant is because I use this lookup here, and I just proved to you it actually does open up as if it's a nickname. Okay. So thanks for. If you stuck with me to the very end, okay, fine. Thank you very much. So get excited about version 16.2. I'm really happy about it. I just think that it's going to be so beneficial for teachers, especially for teachers where nicknames are mandated, and I understand why nicknames are important. And thank you for emailing me and letting me know about your requirements. That helps me create something that's useful for you. All right, so that's about it. You can expect it in a few days, August 30th, August 31st, in that time frame.